So, next news item. What else do we got on the docket here? Oh, the Jets are offering buyouts. Did you know this? Did you see this today? The Jets are offering buyouts. Now, this is something that I've been discussing for a long time. Listeners and viewers may remember. I was saying, what about the rest of the organization? You can get a new coach. You can get a new general manager. Okay, but what about all the people in the building? So, guess what? Woody said the same thing. Jets offer extensive buyouts seeking culture change. Here's Woody. Says here, this is the sportsbusinessjournal.com. Approximately 170 of the New York Jets' 250 employees must decide today, March the 31st, whether to accept a buyout offer issued earlier this month, a deal that would give the most senior employees more than 18 months of full salary and health insurance if they leave. The offer was sent to all non contractual employees, sources said. There is no financial target in mind, and there will not be involuntary job cuts if fewer people take the buyout than hoped, a source close to the team said. Management's motivation is cultural. This is exactly what we've been talking about, not financial, sources said. And hoping that the offer causes workers to reflect on their long-term career goals, personal interests, and whether they fit with the franchises. This is exactly what we were talking about. The buyout follows a recently completed comprehensive study of the organization and growth priorities, a spokesperson said. Quote, the exercise has identified opportunities to operate, align, and innovate more effectively, the spokesperson said. As we position ourselves for this future growth, we felt it was essential to provide our employees with the opportunity to make an informed, autonomous decision about their careers given the direction of the company. Unlike many buyouts, there is no minimum threshold for years of service. So basically, the more years of service you have, the more of a buyout you get if you choose it. And it's unclear how many people fit in each one of these tiers. These are tiers of years of service to the company. The buyouts come after the Jets' ninth consecutive losing season and their 14th straight without a playoff appearance, the NFL's longest drought. In December, The Athletic wrote a lengthy article about the team's dysfunction and called the owner, Woody Johnson, the root of the problems. Despite the on field futility and growing chorus of criticism, the Jets' business staff is generally well regarded around the NFL for maintaining attendance and growing sponsorship revenue despite the long winning drought. Today is the end of the Jets and the NFL's fiscal year. So, this is exactly what we've been talking about. And now they're not firing people, they're just saying, listen, this is where we're going. If you don't want to be here, please leave. Get the hell out. But we're giving you lots of money to make it an easy transition, basically. And you can keep your health insurance and all that good stuff. So I think this is a step in the right direction. There was another article similar to this that came out later about Woody Johnson's reaction to the getting an F on the NFLPA scorecard for the facilities, and he defended himself pretty well, I thought. Uh, let's look at that. Where do we have that? Where do we have that? Bookmarks. Uh, Here it is. Zach Rosenblatt, he's got it. So now the NFLPA, as we remember, gave us an F, and we were all pretty upset, including myself. And I was saying, man, how could we get the food wrong? We got a bad grade on the food. We got a bad grade on some of the facilities. We got a bad grade on all these things. And I was like, man, this is so easy to fix. I don't understand what he's doing. But then here's what he's saying. My first read is I think it's totally bogus. I thought this whole setup, the way it was done, is all, well, that's enough said on that. But we want to get better every day, he said, in every category. I want to be number one in everything. So this is exactly what you want the owner to actually say. All of our people do. We want to be number one like we are in girls flag football. Well, it's not, I don't know why he would bring that up, but okay. But he's saying he wants to be number one, so that's good. So if there's areas we can improve, and there's always areas we can improve, not because of this bogus report, we are going to do it. Relationship with the players is very, very important. This is exactly what we wanted him to say and to do. We want to make sure the players are involved now in whatever they want to comment on. Our committee of players. If they like souffle or fish or steak, they should tell us. If they're bored with the food or the way the place looks, let me know. I can't do anything if you don't tell me. We're going to have a lot better communication in terms of what they're looking at every day. If I was looking at the same thing every day, I might get bored too, but it is good. Our food is something I take a lot of pride in. So to get graded in a way that, and then he cuts off. This is the food I would want. It's the finest quality, best ingredients, no GMOs, the highest price for everything. The quality of our food is the best, he said. And I believe him. Why would he lie about that? What part of the survey is bogus? Somebody asked him. The whole thing. How they collected the information, who they collected it from. It's supposed to be a process where we have representatives and they have representatives, so we know it's an honest survey. And that was violated, in my opinion. So I'll leave it at that. But there's a lot of owners that looked at this survey and said, this is not fair. It's not balanced. It's not every player. It's not even representative of the players. So basically, they asked a lot of disgruntled players and they gave us bad grades. Probably asked Tony Adams, what do you think, Tony? And he said F minus to everything because they benched me, those bums. Yeah. If you ask the disgruntled people, they're going to give you bad grades. So I think this is actually really good news. This is actually what we kind of want the owner to do. So he's saying all the right things. If you think about the offseason that Woody's had, he's changed everything. Changed over the GM, the head coach, the coaching, the strength and conditioning, the mindset guy is changing. Dr. Corum. Now we're getting rid of as many people as want to leave the organization. All these people who've been there 30 years, 40 years, losers, get out. And then now he's talking about the food and the facilities, and he doesn't think that survey was an honest survey and that they serve all the best food you could possibly get. And as I said, it should be whatever the players want. And that's what he's saying. Whatever the players want, they should just tell us and we will give it to them. So whatever the new leadership team is going to be with this team, Justin will be part of it. Whoever the leaders are, Sauce, Garrett, better speak up and say, this is what we want. We want this, we want this, we want that. And Woody will give it to you, I think. And so that's good news. That's good news. So we'll see if it results in any more winning, but I think it's good news all around.